you'd all be able to carry on. I feel like everyone else would as well.
I just don't feel comfortable sitting across the table from her.
I think you have to be, because, I mean, we are adults, you know? But at least you can explain yourself more.
Shekinah's private conversation with dating and relationship coach Persia Lawson on 90 Day Fiance, The Last Resort, became less about the argument itself and more about accountability. After the tense confrontation during puppet therapy, Persia visited Shekinah and Sarper because it was becoming clear that the conflict was distracting everyone from the real purpose of the retreat.
Oh
my God.
How are you doing?
Thanks for coming by.
No problem. I felt that I needed to go to Sarper and Shekinah's room because that was a really uncomfortable situation in puppet therapy earlier, which is not a good thing. They are here to work on their issues as a couple. And it concerns me that what's happening with the group right now is just a big distraction. So how are you guys feeling after that?
I feel like it couldn't have gone worse.
The statements are so big. You are the worst people I have ever seen. Racist. I mean, these are big words.
I'm the least racist person on the planet.
People are very sensitive about those words. They are loaded. Whether you mean it or not, it's how they're going to interpret it. And I understand why they did it. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just understand their side of it. And so I'm wondering, would you be willing to, you know, say something to Thais along the lines of, you know, listen, it was a poor choice of words. I regret to say I shouldn't have said those in the moment. I didn't mean them in the way they came out, but I can understand why they were triggering or whatever. So that you were doing your best to diffuse and acknowledge your part in that. Would you be open to that?
I mean,
you'd all be able to carry on. I feel like everyone else would as well.
I just don't feel comfortable sitting across the table from her.
I think you have to be, because, I mean, we are adults, you know? But at least you can explain yourself more.
I don't know. It's just weird.
Okay.
I'm glad Persia is here right now, and she's helping me, because I'm not that brave to deal with Shekinah when she is in that mood. I think if Shekinah cannot bury the hatchet with Thais, I mean, it will be so difficult for us to be in group therapy. If that happens, I don't know how we will find a way out of all these problems in our marriage.
The couples came there to repair their relationships, not to become divided by group arguments. One thing Persia explained really stood out to me. Intent and impact are not always the same. You may not intend to offend someone, but that doesn't automatically mean your words won't hurt them. That's why she encouraged Shekinah to acknowledge that her choice of words could have been interpreted differently than she intended. I don't think Persia was asking Shekinah to admit she had bad intentions. She was asking her to recognize the impact her words had on other people. That's an important difference. An apology isn't always about admitting you're completely wrong. Sometimes it's simply about recognizing that your actions affected someone else. What surprised me was that Shekinah admitted she still didn't feel comfortable sitting across the table from Thais. I understand that emotions were running high, but avoiding the conversation doesn't solve the problem. If anything, it usually allows resentment to grow. Sarper also made an interesting observation. He admitted he was glad Persia was there because he didn't feel brave enough to handle the situation while emotions were so intense. That shows how difficult communication had become for everyone involved. Sarper also pointed out that if Shekinah and Thais couldn't resolve their conflict, group therapy would become almost impossible. I completely agree with that. Group therapy depends on trust, honesty, and a willingness to work through uncomfortable conversations. Without those things, progress becomes very difficult. The biggest takeaway from this conversation is that accountability doesn't always mean admitting bad intentions. Sometimes it simply means recognizing how your words affected someone else and being willing to repair the damage. If Shekinah can take that step, the group has a much better chance of moving forward together. If not, this conflict will continue overshadowing the real purpose of 90 Day Fiance, The Last Resort, which is helping these couples strengthen their relationships rather than creating even more division.